Annaghdown is in North Galway. We have 200 members here in our club. The club was founded firstly in the 70s, but due to immigration and decrease in population, it was disbanded. And then in the 80s it was reignited, and it's been, a success since that, so it has.
So talk to me about the Ladies Football Club and this project. What did you do?
It's been a huge success. The themes the first one was Connect, and the project was to step outside your front door and say hello to people. So it kind of just went global then, because we actually had somebody get in contact from Canada.
Hi everyone from Alberta, Canada. I was delighted to be asked to be part of the LGFA's One Good Club initiative as one of the immigrants and ex-players of the club. I think anyone from the parish who's living away from home at the moment will agree with me when I say it's been a tough year to be away from home, not knowing when we'll get back to see our friends and family again, but fingers crossed we'll all be home to see you soon.
Well, the football club, the team got in contact with the nursing home and asked us would we be interested in the initiative of exchanging Easter eggs for the words of wisdom from our residents. They gave us presents of Easter eggs for the residents and the staff, and then in turn we sat together and we came up with the idea of giving words of wisdom and photographs for the younger generation of the football club.
And the words of wisdom came from
the residents themselves.
And give us an idea of what they advised the girls.
Well, some of them said, make sure you go to the bog, make sure you're honest, make sure you do a good day's work,
right.
Make sure you eat healthy, make sure you fall in love, make sure you're happy, and make sure you save your money.
Yeah, so there's a lot of girls from the senior team, and we would all help out at different age levels, and a couple of the girls would give a hand from time to time with different age groups. So we had the under 16s, under 14s up here now, and be a mixture of running, the fundamental skills, working on balance, coordination, agility, along with football and scoring and all the regular football skills.
Well, I only started football there about a year ago, and I didn't think it would be like this. I thought it would be just getting out and doing sports, but it's great. It's like coming in with all your friends and playing football and getting fresh air, and it's a lot of crack. It's great.
Have you made friends out of it?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, because I play football with people that don't go to my school, and I wouldn't be friends with them before. We did lots of Zoom calls. We were, you just every Thursday evening you'd come and you'd do a bit of exercise, have a bit of crack, talk to everyone, just keeping up with each other, just seeing how everyone is like.
And Luca started here because I would have seen her last year when she started here, because we have the walkway which everybody fundraised for. A lot of our ladies footballers who would have won an All-Ireland title in 2016 got behind the wheel and said we'll put our feet to the ground where they were used to kicking, and we raised over 70,000 for the facilities here. But that was a big huge part of the LGFA, and Luca was up here walking, and after a few weeks, unfortunately the walkway was closed last year, but when it opened up again in June I saw Luca kicking ball, and a few weeks later when I was walking here playing with the club, there is an example of a child. That's an example of one club. That's Annaghdown LGFA.
We did a walk to Purnell Park for Stay Active. We're having a cake sale then for a car wash fundraiser, with all proceeds going to Jigsaw Galway. So we are. So that's something as well that we're really looking forward to as well.
Well, we would say our schools in the parish are very much part of the club. We're very lucky that we have a club that we can feed our girls into, and we were very lucky that the girls in the club, in the schools, feed into a very successful club. Annaghdown having won the All-Ireland Intermediate title in 2016, and we, on our school in Currandrum, we had past pupils that played on that team. When this initiative was launched in the middle of the pandemic, the end of January, it gave a big boost to the children in the schools, because all of a sudden they realised that their club hadn't disappeared. We knew that through Facebook the kids were being kept in contact. There was always something, go and take a picture on a Thursday of your locality. And then when, in March, when the schools went back, and we were going back, every school was going back with juniors to second class. So we weren't going back as a full entity, but the club involved every one of us. We had a welcome back on our first morning back at school, the senior end of the school. They were all excited about this art competition, and then when we were back after Easter to find out that the club very kindly gave every child that entered an Easter egg. It was like, the Easter bunny came 100 times over, but it had come from the club, our club, one club.
It's been a really, really enjoyable, 10 weeks. It went very quick. We were saying what we could have actually done if COVID maybe wasn't here. But in a way, maybe it came at the perfect time as well, that we were connecting with the whole parish, that this club is here for everybody, not just for the young ones playing football or hurling or the likes of that. And like we're hoping now this week that the schools are going to be planting flowers, you know, and all these wonderful things. We were doing yoga, we were doing cooking, we were just trying to branch out from the footballing side of things because I suppose we couldn't all amalgamate together. But
What about the Jigsaw side of this, the mental health? How important was that, and how do you feel about it from your perspective?
yeah, well, I suppose this club, when I said to you earlier that I said it was a One Good Club, unfortunately I was a young person who suffered with anxiety and depression, and I used to often say the one thing that the worst thing it took for me was the ability to play football. And when I couldn't walk, the girls, you know, they walked beside me, and the trainers and the likes of that. And I suppose because of having suffered, I actually have gone through the system in Jigsaw. And I suppose it's not till you've been there, done that, you know, got the t-shirt. It is so fabulous, especially here in Galway, to walk into their building. Maybe in this country slightly, you know, in kids you go, oh, you know, you don't have a mortgage, you know, what have you to be worried about? You know, that didn't matter in there. They listened to you. Your worries were big worries. Like I was 13, 14, you know, when I was going in there. So they weren't massive worries, but to me they were. And to be part of the club here was to be taken seriously and to be looked at no differently. Because if I was here and I had any physical illness, the girls would have rode in behind me. And they most certainly did. And I think that's what's important to know here, that in this club, so, you know, we're starting the conversation, even some of the younger girls here today, they know what Lidl is, but hopefully now when they've left here today, they're going to know what Jigsaw is, even by seeing it on Facebook, seeing it on our Instagram pages and the likes of all that, and that themselves may say, actually, do you know what, I'm kind of suffering. And they might just go on to Google it where they may have never seen it before. And it is so important to know that there is a place. Maybe if you can't speak to somebody, you know, if you don't want to maybe say it out to somebody you're close to, it is a lot easier sometimes to talk to a stranger.